Howdy. So, today I wanted to discuss the principle of gold fishing in Magic the Gathering. Some of you might have heard of mtggoldfish.com, and that is a URL or a domain that's named after this whole concept of knowing what turn your deck goldfish is on. And the reason I'm explaining this is because I browsed the Spike Reddit, and I should probably leave a link to that, link in the description. And I keep seeing this deck Goldfish is on this turn, and I'm like, what the heck does that mean? So I finally looked it up, and now I understand. I'm just going to pass this knowledge on because it is kind of an important concept. So, what goldfishing means is if your opponent just doesn't draw their lands or blanks or can't interact with you in a meaningful way, this is what turn you expect your deck to win on. That's what goldfishing is. Your opponent is a goldfish, basically. You're just playing solitaire at that point, and if you're just playing solitaire, this is the turn that you expect with your average draw to win on if there's no interaction. And I think that's an important concept to know because, theoretically, how fast your deck is. It's what determines whether your deck's aggro, mid-range, control, or combo, or whatever. It's how you can kind of classify your deck, and it gives you kind of a framework for thinking in, and maybe determines whether you need more removal or, you know, how you can change your deck. It's just kind of an important philosophical tool. Now, most decks nowadays have some form of interaction, so you're probably not going to win on your goldfish turn. I mean, occasionally you do if you've got like a turn 3 or turn 4 win. Like my mono white deck will goldfish on turn 4 and under ideal draws. So, I mean that's something, or not ideal, but an average curve out. Average, maybe slightly above average, but not really. Yeah, it'll goldfish around turn 4. So that's kind of a way of just thinking about how fast your deck can be and how it can be interacted with. Yeah, so like a turn 4 win, sometimes decks just can't interact with that in a meaningful way, and you get there. So yeah, it's something to consider. I've blabbered on enough about it now. Okie dokie. So we're jamming more standard event with rogues today because we're doing the same thing we do every day. And we're doing it repeatedly. Repetition. Repetition and moderation. There's the same deck, no changes from yesterday. We'll see if the metagame has shifted. Considered swapping for an Essence Scatter, but I like the Scry. Let's see, we've got Into the Story, a Call, a Wind Robber, 2 Fabled Passages. Going first. I can turn 1 Wind Robber into nothing. Against another... Oh, we've gotten Into the Story. I've got no meaningful interaction. This is tough to say. I don't really want to give up card advantage against another rogue deck. But at the same time, it just has no interaction at all. Like, these are all late game plays. And then it's a bunch of land. Yeah, maybe okay, alright, this is good. This worked out. That's a keep. What do I toss? What do I toss? Probably the Wind Robber. Maybe the Heartless Act. Maybe the end of the story. Yeah, we'll toss the end of the story. Alright, fine. Oh, it's cycling. Well, we're gonna juice him super hard and not be able to do anything about it. That's brutal. Hmm. Really don't want to juice him this early. Yeah, screw it. We just need a counter spell. I ain't counter spell. Bottom. Ray's dead. Oh, this is some weird thing. This might be a jank deck. Daxos. Interesting. And play out a Wind Robber as well. Yeah, probably good enough. Yeah, if he has removal, we sack the Fabled Passage in response. Although I suppose we could have sacked the Fabled Passage there for no reason. Alrighter, sure. This is not doing anything but gaining life, and that is not our win con here. As much junk as we have on the board, our win con is mill. 100% mill. What are we looking for? Another blue, probably. Doesn't matter. Not really. Let's just pull a blue to be on the safe side. Hey, a land. How important is it? It's not. Got the Wind Robber, and we can float a Heartless Act. Not every day you run into a jank deck in standard event, but here we are. Beckoning. Got a Hollow Priest in play, huh? Okay, well I'm not going to be able to Heartless Act it, but I'm going to have infinite blockers. So I think that's fine. Actually, I can Heartless Act it. Okay, cool. My turn. Another Awakening. I'm just gonna activate the Luris. And maybe I play down the Awakening. Yeah. He knows what I'm rocking in my hand, and that is A-okay. Activates his Luros. Wings with nothing. Hey. I think we just get greedy here. Do what we draw. Enforcer, that's disgusting. And that's exact lethal. Nice. We got there. We got there. All right. Next up. Two-oh. Wind Robber, a Thought Thief, and a Call. Going second. We don't know what our opponent is playing. We'll give her a shot. Probably a row. Okay, so we will need... We'll need to start getting them is what we'll need. You got a Blood Chief's Thirst, we're hoping he removes it. His Blood Chief's Thirst hits literally everything. Nope, he's got a Thought Thief. We have no way of meaningfully interacting with that, so... we're going to have to play down a Fabled Passage here, just so we can pull a black. Well, that's terrifying. Well, that means he's running more the aggro route, right? Oof, I drowned the lock right on the top. That sucks. Alright, pull some black. Wow. We have all of our islands in our hand. And another land. Interesting. Well, most likely... we're going to want to get rid of that scavenger. But we'll see. We'll wait until he just declares attackers before we figure out exactly what we're doing here. Not that we can really counterspell him. It's going to have to be a Heartless Act. Oof, that's brutal. Three in our yard, none in his. Not very heavy on the mill plan. He's just aggro, I think. That's another Nighthawk Scavenger right on the top. That is terrifying. Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of one of those. You know, it'd really help if we stopped topping lands. This game is slipping away from us, slowly but surely. We will need him to turn on our call. This needs to come out as a black. This Thought Thief needs to come down. And I need to attack with that. That has to be my turn. Ideally, I need him to mill me for some more stuff, too. Like, actual creatures. If he's gotten into the story, we're pretty boned. But if he doesn't, we're in a good spot. Jesus, he has 3rd Nighthawk Scavenger. Holy crap. What a keep. My god. This guy just has everything. If I draw another land next turn, I have to concede. Right? Or can I just call? Is call good enough? I don't think call is good enough here. It's not a land. Yeah, call really can't be for Wind Robber Thought Thief. Call's gotta be for... Well, I don't think I have a choice. I do not think I have a choice. Death Touch counter on either of them. Stackers 6, 7, 8. Yeah. I don't think I can get punished for going to 8. And then if he blocks, we get a draw off the Wind Robber. Does not block. Interesting choice, opponent. Instead takes another one on the mill. Okay. Can't rankle here. Anikage is super good because it lets us effectively stack our deck. Maybe we turn the corner here? Okay. Why? Actually, why, opponent? Another Fabled Passage is kind of gross. plant one. Yeah, this is fine. I'm down for black, I think. That makes sense. That way we have all we need for everything. Yep. Combat. Swinging with the wind robber again. And we have the Anikai if he has any shenanigans in store for us. Gains 1. Interesting. Not a card you see very often. Whew! Got him. Is all any good for us here? Thought Thief. Pulls a Thought Thief. And a Wind Robber. Rune Crab on top might actually be better. Rune Crab for 1. Lurrus for... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is fine. That was kind of foolish, wasn't it? Yes, now I can't get the call. I could have actually got him here. Run Crab. Lurrus. This might be way too greedy. If I Rune Crab here, maybe Thought Thief is correct. I think that's probably good enough. Thinking long and hard about that Lurrus, isn't he? We might have got ourselves when we tossed, or didn't bottom the Death Dweller, or didn't top the Death Dweller and then draw it with a Wind Robber. That would have been smarter. This is just so damn aggressive. He's out another Brazen Borrower. Which means he can swing with the Thought Thief. No, just plays out a Black Bloom. Okay with this. Thieves Guild's Enforcers all on the bottom as usual. That's pretty good. I think the play is... Actually, that might not be the play. Play might be just to play out the Thought Thief. I don't know. I got a Fabled Passage on board that I can crack. He's at 29, I'm at 31. But I can, like, really get him hard here. Same time, I need to be drawing. I really need to be drawing. So maybe the correct play is Thought Thief here. Hold the Awakening in case he ever removes the Lurrus. Do I need the added pressure of attacking with Thought Thief here. Wouldn't hurt. I think this is correct. I think, because I will need the extra draw. I do want the Awakening. I don't need to crack the passage here. All of this seems correct. Brazen Borrower, sure. Wind Robber, sure. Almost certain he's gonna sack that, isn't he? Sure. Now we can really get him with Awaken next turn. He shouldn't be... Well, he doesn't have a counterspell in hand. So yeah, 100% I can get him with Awaken next turn. Or I could just make this block, which is also fine. I can replay both those. As long as he can't deal with Luris, which it certainly seems like he can't. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Seems like Wind Robber is the correct play here as well. Probably. I don't think Ruin Crab is super impactful. Oh, hang on. I'm way closer to just aggroing him down. Because I still don't have any freaking thieves in my graveyard. Yeah, okay. All opponent, you're safe for one turn. Well, Good game. We got there. Nice. Seemed like he didn't run any into the stories, or his into the stories were in the same place as my Thieves Guild Enforcers were. The bottom. Arzana. Opponent goes first. I have a Heartless Act, a Low Mage's Domination, a bunch of blue, some black. No idea what they're playing. But Wind Robber can get us there. Heartless Act, we can respond. It's still certainly a long game plan, but maybe. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. And it's mono red. Okay, well. Another Fervent Champion. That's going to be a problem for me. And a Hellhound. Oh god. And I can't block. One of those is going to need to be Heartless acted this turn. Whoop. Let's make sure we get the black mana down. Attacks. Oh, cool. That is not a Annex, which would be the nightmare here. Can heal for 2 with the Wind Robber, but I'm still not doing that. Not quite in a spot where I'm scared yet. Biome seems fine here. Passage, what are you doing? Next turn we can steal a thing, which may be clutch. Hopefully they don't have another land. They do not. That's really good for us. Next turn I would like to steal their champion. Just the champion. There you go. You got it. Blocks my face. No blocks. Plays no creatures. Well, that's a good spot for me to be in. Okay. Other island. I think I want to take the Fervent Champion here. I think. Well, maybe that's not correct. I feel like it's got to be correct. Oh, I can't. Can I? Yes, I can. Exiles his own thing. No attacks. This is fine. Tapped out. So I cannot anti-cog. What could he have in his hand? Rune Crab. Nice blocker, bud. Play down a Fabled Passage here. Crawling Barrens, Relic Robber. What was all this crap? What am I gonna want? Another black, potentially, for Awakening? Yeah. Okie dokie, there we go. We never swing with the Wind Robber here. Kitty cat, get out of here. Another mountain. That's terrifying. Finally tops the land. Maybe he has an Embercleave here. That's probably an Embercleave. Well, if he's got it, we're in a pickle. Oh yeah, that's 100% Embercleave. Do I have a counterspell? I do not. That's just gonna get me wrecked. That is still not a counterspell. Paul puts me back where I was, but that's not like put a Death Touch counter. Well, Death Touch actually has to deal